Many can develop their talents, many can have all the opportunities, and many can claim to be the best at what they do. But only a few can be recognized by their peers as the one and only greatest. Only a handful of legends have transcended their fields and left a permanent mark in history. Legends like Michael Jordan, Muhammad Ali, and Lionel Messi. In cue sports, one man has left a legacy that may never be replicated again. He mystified his opponents with seemingly impossible shots, his cue like a wand that defied logic, and his foresight was that of a superhuman. This is the legendary story of the magician, Efren Bata Reyes. On August 26, 1954, a child was born in Mexico, Pampanga, Philippines. At the age of 5, his father brought him to Manila, where they stayed at his uncle's place, which was where he first encountered what soon was to be his legacy. He was fascinated by pool because he had nothing else to play with, and seeing adults getting paid after winning inspired Efren the more he observed. He often practiced alone before going to school, waking up at 6 a.m. just before the locals started coming in the pool hall. In his first year of high school, his skill was starting to get recognized, and after his classes were done, managers would be waiting for him outside of the campus, and they would find people to hustle with all night long up till dawn. This schedule and lack of sleep caused him to sleep often during his classes. After finishing his second year in high school, he completely stopped school and instead gave his full attention to playing billiards. In his time in Manila, he came across various great players, with one of them eventually becoming his rival in the early days, Jose Amang Perica. Although there were no formal tournaments in the Philippines at that time, Perica was known as a champion in the local area. He also came across a young Francisco Django Bustamante, who was also a soon-to-be legend in the scene. But Efren Bata was just a diamond in the rough, waiting for its chance to shine. Today, Efren Bata is known for his mystical trick shots that he was making in real games, as he seemed to have incredible foresight through playing with angles that aren't seen quickly and performing kick shots. He developed this shot-making skill by playing lots of carom billiards, since pool wasn't that famous during his time. Carom billiards, also called French billiards, and sometimes carambol billiards, is the overarching title of a family of cue sports generally played on cloth-covered and pocketless billiard tables. The objective of the game is to count or points by caroming one's own cue ball off both the opponent's cue ball and the object ball on a single shot. Armed with the knowledge he strengthened from playing carom, he went back to his roots and dove back deep into the world of pocket billiards. Efren Bata Reyes' pool career is one of a legend, a tale that would be told for centuries, filled with epic battles and unbelievable shots. Efren first took on the challenge in Japan. In 1979, Reyes defeated Japanese champion Takeshi Okumura to win the All Japan Championship in 9-ball.
対0です。これだ。今はどうなんですか。このコーナーに入れようとしたんですか。 怪我の巧妙ですか。
そうです。今のは狙いじゃないんですけどね。
そうですか。
5番でいうと毛玉が6番から離れるような方向にしか弾かれませんので、お、すごい動きました。
ありましたね。うわ。決まりました。11対5です。
His skill was seen by a few backers, and thus he was brought to America in 1985. Here, he picked up an alias, Cesar Morales, a man nobody knew and whose skills were unknown. This allowed him to hustle and participate in tournaments. But because he was too good at the game, it didn't take long for his identity to be revealed. After he won the first tournament he entered, the Houston Reds 9-ball open with a field of 108 of the top players in the country, he signed autographs and his real name was soon revealed. The name that would leave a lasting mark on Q Sports is the magician, Efren Bata Reyes. In the same year, he also finished third in the US Open 9-ball championship. He got his redemption 9 years later when he returned to the tournament's finals facing Nick Varner.
It seems like if history has anything to say about it, it looks like the Varner's going to win this tournament. And everything else points to Varner too. He played many times in not only in final matches, but in semifinal matches and other matches, and it seems like Varner holds a significant edge against Reyes.
Early on, Efren Reyes already showed his insane shot-making ability.
The bottom side of the one here. Okay, well, he hit it straight at the side and into the side pocket.
Number one.
He would start with one rack on his belt.
Well, that's kind of what Efren needed.
After an unfortunate miss on the 3-ball, Nick Varner was able to tie the score 1-1. On the 4th rack, both would show the ability to kick the ball, but Efren was just one step ahead, taking another rack for himself.
You know, if you're having to hit the ball full, a lot of times topping is just going to make it to where it's pretty easy hit. You know, and
he needs some sort of an angle to attain a shot on the 2 here. Oh, he decided
play
that.
Safety, and boy, it'll get good down good too.
Yeah.
The ball, and it's going to this way. He's making more of a straight line, and he hit the line.
Yeah, well, too much. He dug down too much, or.
After Varner missed a shot on the 6th rack, Efren proceeded to clean up the table, increasing his lead by 4.
Opportunity to, edge his way back into the mat. I think he should just lay beneath the 7.
I think he's just coming up one rail, shooting the rail, and that was where he didn't want to get, I guess.
Applying a very nice stroke on the ball, avoiding the side pocket, and then he leaves 4 games.
This shot you really have to concentrate on. This shot. Well, 5-1.
After a series of racks, Varner would attempt to close the gap, with the score now being 7-4. Another kick showdown would happen at the 12th rack, but this time, Varner would gain the upper hand.
And perfect.
Okay, now Efren, being one of the better kickers, or maybe even the best kicker in the country or the world today, what chances do you give him of contacting the 1 here?
I tell you what, I don't give him really a lot of a chance here because the 4-ball is posing the biggest problem for him.
Very carefully and closely at this kick.
Kind of just missed a 4, and he hit it. Wow.
Oh, come on now, I'll tell you. The kick or what?
That's got to be the best shot.
Kick or what, huh?
He can kick this ball right here. Go to the bottom rail. Well, look here. He's going to have to masse and spin this ball to the bottom rail here. That's scratched. Yep, that's scratched.
When Varner finally successfully reduced the lead to 1, Efren got serious and won the next 2 racks, finishing and winning the tournament 9-6.
It looks like Efren Reyes is finally going to crack the ice. He's finally going to win a major championship. It's going to be the U.S. Open. You know, you really have to feel good for Reyes.
The following year, Efren competed in the finals of the Sands Regency Open 21. Here, he was up against one of the greatest the United States have ever produced, Earl Strickland. No one could have predicted that in that hotel, one of the most legendary matches would unfold. The first 4 racks were just pure clean pool.
Needless to say that if you win this first game and then you break the balls, get another opportunity to win a couple more games in string, a couple more games, then the incoming player, your opponent, may be a little bit tight. And then if he errs at that time, then it's all yours.
Exactly.
He's the only undefeated player in the tournament, and there's no one that has beaten him, and he has the confidence that he can go on and win the title. And if that shot is any indication how he's going to perform the rest of the match, I don't think he's going to be stopped.
Well, that's why I picked him in the beginning of the match.
Game number 1 goes to Reyes, and he gets on the board first, leading in the match.
About 80%.
And once again, you were right, the corner ball directly into the
He's got the speed down, perfect for that shot.
Nice shot on the 8, and the 9's far away from that rail from the play.
Yeah, see, I didn't like the shot
here,
but if you're playing with a lot of confidence, you can control that cue ball to a matter of inches.
And that's what he's doing right now. He has excellent control of the cue ball. He owns this table. When you know how a table plays, the speed of the table, how the rails are playing, then the caliber of players like Efren Reyes, Earl Strickland.
Efren won the first 2, followed by Strickland taking his first 2.
I thought for a moment there was a possibility that ball may have not fallen, but that wasn't the case. Game number 3.
Fell off the table, gave him cue ball in hand, and let him get his rhythm back.
Good, tremendous action off of that particular break.
It was clear at this point that Efren Reyes was not going to have an easy fight. The close match between them continued, with Efren leading 4-2, but Strickland, quickly catching up, turned the scoreboard to 4-4.
He hit the position of the roll that suggested that he knew exactly the reaction that was going to take place off the bottom.
He shot the 5 coming into the 6. It was on one straight line towards the angle of the shot.
That's exactly right. This is game number 8, with the pocketing out of the 9. This match once again will be knotted up, now with the score being 4 games for each player.
They would then take alternating racks for themselves, leading to a 7-7, and on the 15th rack, Efren sent a little reminder to Strickland, perhaps foreshadowing the event, that he was indeed the magician.
There's the 6 that may be an interfering ball, the 7, and also the 8 that could be possible
9.
Interfering balls.
He can kiss off the 9, go back behind, and kiss off the 6, go back behind the 9 or the 3. He's going to hit this hard anyway, I think.
I would not hit this hard.
Told you, he wanted to make sure he made it. Look at this kiss.
Oh my God.
Oh
my goodness.
The magician.
The score remained close, being 9-9, but Efren started pulling ahead with 12-9, 1 away from winning the race to 13. But the relentless Strickland fought hard, racking up his own 3 in a row, pushing the score to 12-12. And so, the final rack was played. Strickland landed a good break, but after failing to make a safety on the 1 ball, it was Efren's turn.
One suggests that it's a natural position. Maybe he has to spin it somewhat.
No, he's drawing it underneath the 7 and 8 here. He's drawing it underneath there. He got around and gave him a shot.
No, he gave him a shot. Now,
Why is the 9 ball here, Billy? No, I don't think the angle's
No
on.
9 here. No 9.
Here, he showed peak skill on the table, performing some of his most iconic shots.
Get the bing shots.
The bing. Ooh.
Does he hit these shots good?
Perfectly hit.
That's like Wimpy used to play. Remember Wimpy? The line here. Just draw it straight back just a little bit. Just a little bit, I said. What? He didn't have to do that. You see what I'm talking about?
That's right.
He'd have been right
Well,
there
he
to go
figured the
push.
9 was going to go into the 6, and he was going to move the 6.
Well, he might have figured that, yeah. He must have figured that, otherwise why would he shoot it like
Sure.
that?
See, now he even pointed like he was supposed to move the 6. If he pockets the bank, he'll have the 6 to shoot. Oh no, he didn't. Watch the 8. Watch the 8.
Oh my goodness.
Strickland said,
Oh
"Okay, you
my
can have that ball."
goodness. Oh boy.
Now, the position Strickland should have been in, Reyes is in.
I don't like this shot because you don't get no movement, like you said. And you might miss this ball.
Oh,
What a
look at Earl Strickland. Put the camera on Earl.
Yeah, Earl's even clapping on that shot.
The camera on Earl Strickland.
I don't believe it. Sport fans, you have seen everything
What
now.
a shot. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, boy, they're going to play this in Manila. You're going to sell this tape to Manila, I know that.
After a miraculous shot pocketing the 8 ball and landing his infamous Z shot, the people had nothing but admiration for the magician. Finally, before pocketing the 9 ball, out of respect for Efren's beautiful shots, Earl Strickland concedes.
And I really have to commend Earl for his sportsmanship there. I mean, and he really was happy for Reyes in the regard that he made a terrific shot to steal the match away from him.
In the following years, Efren proceeded to win various tournaments, such as the World Pool Championships, becoming the second Filipino to win it. In 2001, he won the Tokyo 9-Ball Open, where he earned the largest cash prize in a pool tournament at that time. In 2002, Reyes won the International Challenge of Champions, defeating Mika Imonen in the deciding rack.
$1,000 by Terry Bell of the American Pool Players Association. There it is.
In 2006, he and his friend Francisco Django Bustamante competed in the World Cup of Pool, where in the finals they faced a familiar face.
From the USA, it's the Rocket, Rodney Morris, and Earl the Pearl Strickland!
Morris was a pool player who beat Efren in the 1996 US Open Championship, and at that time was the only person to have defeated him in a finals match without Efren getting his retribution. In this tournament, however, Efren made sure that there would be no man to do so. Reyes and Bustamante put out a beautiful performance, winning by a landslide. They repeated this feat in 2009, becoming the first duo to win it twice. But his win against Morris didn't carry the same weight. After all, the WCOP was a 2-on-2 battle and not a 1-on-1. He met Morris in 2006 in a final at the IPT World Open 8-Ball Championships. This was a tournament Efren won a year earlier, earning $200,000, but 2006 was bigger. He was facing Morris and the prize, $500,000, was on the plate. This was the biggest prize ever rewarded in a pool match, and even to this day, it would still be considered a large reward for a pool tournament. It was a close fight, with Morris fighting valiantly, but at 8-6, Efren won and was $500,000 richer. The magician, Efren Bata Reyes, continues to compete to this day, representing the Philippines in the recent Southeast Asian Games. When he's not competing in formal tournaments, he is usually playing in local pool halls in the Philippines, sometimes even playing chess while taking a breather from playing. His accolades remain praised by both his fellow citizens and pool lovers across the globe. The number of tournaments he'd won, the caliber of the people he had beaten, and the impossible shots he was making immortalized him as one of the pioneers and game changers for pool and cue sports in general. He was a man who came from poverty, but with dedication, hard work, and a bit of magic, he became the man, the greatest of all time.
Sa paglalaro, kailangan huwag mong isipin na ikaw ay magaling ka na. Kailangan kahit magaling ka, practice ka pa.
If you liked the video, subscribe for more videos on legendary athletes and competitors.